everybody, it is Thor Seth. So close to the weekend, ignore my phone right now. So, as you all know, basically when the bay over there is covered with the car, I can't work over there, unfortunately. Thanks to my lame landlord. So, this is a very rare moment. It's not very often that my clients allow me to shoot video of doing car work. And so I'm doing brakes on my uncle's 2009 Toyota Yaris. And I'm going to take you guys along with me, show you how easy this can be. So stay tuned. Alright everybody, we are here at my sister's place where I can work on vehicles. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to chalk the wheels. Okay, I do have wheel chalks. I didn't bring them up, but rocks work just fine. All right, just another added safety measure. You just never ever know. All right, also if you're ever wondering what year your vehicle is, just open the door panel, look for a sticker right here, and it should have 02 through 012 of something something. So February 2009. Or what you can do to make this easy is you can pull a VIN, which is usually right here. It's very hard to see, but you can pull the VIN. Alright, always make sure your e-brake is on no matter what. Do not do this without the e-brake being on, because if you leave it off, you risk the chance of this rolling away from you, even if it is on one side. So, first thing you're going to want to do, actually first off, I'm going to tell you the tools that you're going to need. Okay? Breaker bar. Very nice, handy tool. Only 10 bucks at Harbor Freight. If you don't have one, you can order one online. Or a 4-way. Breaker bar is easier. C-clamp. Okay. Sockets and wrenches. You can get a set of these sockets, 10mm through 19 or 21 for, heck, like I think 20 bucks, 25, something like that. Okay. You are going to need a torque wrench. Okay. Let's see. Screwdriver. You're going to need a screwdriver. Phillips and flathead. You can get a pack of these literally for free at Harbor Freight with the purchase of some. They come in coupons. Alright, a jack stand, and a pair of pliers in case you've if you have lost the handle that goes to your jack. In this case I have for this jack. I'm not hauling up my 3-ton. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to break the lugs loose. Okay, do this while the vehicle is down. It's much easier that way. So in this case, these lugs are 21mm. Okay, now it goes lefty loosey, righty tighty. All right. Let's see. The jerry rig something. I really need a tripod. Zoomed in there and I'm okay, yeah, I need a tripod big time. Okay guys, so take this. This is why a breaker bar is much easier. I think I got this for 10 bucks at Harbor, maybe 15. This is a 3/8. Okay, 3/8 will get you through any brake job, I guarantee it. Alright, and it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay, and when you're taking it off, you do not have to do it in a star pattern. So you see how I got this? Let me get out of the way. See how I got this? Now watch. Look at that. Look how nice and easy that comes off. Alright. Look at that. Very little effort. In fact, here. Show you guys, okay? Here we go. Okay, one hand. Okay, this hand's right here. Here we go. You do have to put a little bit of muscle into it, but it's pretty much effortless. A lot easier than using a four-way. Four-ways are nice though. Okay. Okay. So now, the next step to this, you want to turn the wheel this way, and I'll show you why in a second. You do not have to turn on your car, but you got to have it on accessory. Okay, so the next step is to jack up your vehicle. Alright, now every vehicle is going to be different for your jack points. Do not jack on something that is plastic. Trust me, it's not going to work. It's going to go right through, you're going to break something. Alright, now let me see, I'm trying to make sure you guys get a good view of everything. Alright, so now what you can do is you look for something that's hard and metal. What I see is the control arm. Alright, so that's where we're going to be jacking. So you're going to take your jack, and the jack you can get at Harbor Freight for about 35-40 bucks. Jack is always nice to have. Alright, and you want to make sure that this set screw right here, okay, is turned to the right. Always take a pair of pliers or the handle if you have it and just twist that to the right. You don't have to gorilla it, make sure it's on there pretty good. Okay, see? Alright, it's on there pretty good. I can't loosen it with my hand, so this jack is okay. Alright guys, then you're going to take that and you're going to start jacking this up. Okay, most cases you have to start it by hand just to get it started. I mean, sometimes the handle can do it just fine, and you have to work with this a little bit. Okay, now I think I have enough to put something in there, which I'm just going to use my handle of my breaker bar here. So get it in the slot. Okay, and start jacking this up. Okay, now it's one thing I can tell you guys, make sure you do this right. Take your time, do not rush. Safety is the #1 thing when it comes to vehicles, because this can kill you. Even right now, I have a little bit of fear. I never know. You know, knowing my luck, yeah, I'm gonna have this on a jack stand, and you know what? Some crazy thing happens, and you know, the wheel hub smashes my knee. Something. You never know. Okay. So you're gonna raise this up until the tire comes off. And I'm gonna show you the tire. Okay. Alright, the tire is off. See that? See how you got clearance? What you want to do is you want to keep going. Do not max out your jack. That's the stupidest thing you're going to ever do, unless you know what you're doing. Okay? The only time you should ever have to max it out is if you have very high jack stands. So keep going. And this is why you chalk your wheels. I want this thing rolling from you. I've had cars roll from me even when the wheels were chalked. The only thing that saved that car from wrecking into the rocks was the wheel chocks. Thank God he had an angel looking over me that day. Alright guys, so that should be high enough. Now, you're going to take a jack stand, alright, and you're going to find a point where you can safely put this, alright? You can get these at AutoZone. A set of them's like 25-30 bucks. You can get them at Harbor too. Okay, so you're gonna come under here. Okay, and I recommend do not have your kids around until this is on a jack stand or 2 jack stands. The only reason why I'm not using 2 is because on that side I've already done this side, and there's no point. Not only that, I could not find my other one. Don't know where the heck it went. But okay. Now see, this is why you got to keep on jacking. I see a really good jack point right here. All right, that'll hold. So I got to go up a little bit higher. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Always try to have your body as far away as you can from when you're jacking. Okay, the more, the better. Also, if you have any other questions about cars, feel free to ask me. There's also another good friend of mine, JB Racing News Reviews. He's a mechanic. I think Shiny Knife is too. Charlie NASCAR, JB, Righteous Redneck. They know about cars too. This is a 2009 Toyota Yaris, or Yaris, however you want to say it. All right. Let's see if we have the clearance. We may or may not. Okay. Ah, we're so close. So close. We gotta go up a little bit more. And always be checking and making sure that your wheels are still behind that rock. See? It's still behind that rock. So, we're okay. And don't try to jack this up quick, okay? When you're jacking, you want to be listening for noises. And the main reason why I say do not jack this too dang high unless you have jack stands and you know where you're jacking is because, yes, if you jack it too high and it gets, you know, gravity takes over, this can flip on you. Alright guys, so here we go. Aha! Dang it. Dang it. Okay guys, give me a quick second. I need to reposition my jack. And I'll tell you why here. Okay. It's because when I'm trying to position this, you want this dead on as possible. You don't want it at an angle, and I went and I kind of cut myself some room here, so give me a second. Alright. Okay guys, so I had to reposition my jack. I decided to put it like right here. Alright. Because I'll be able to get away from the jack stand. I'd be able to get it in the middle when I go to put this down. So that's okay. That's okay. Ah, come on. Make sure that's turned all the way. Yes, the biggest thing I stress to anybody doing auto mechanics, I don't care if you're a professional or if you're a beginner, I don't care if you've been doing it a day or freaking, no, 30 years. Safety, safety. So you never know. You just never know. Just look up carjacking accidents on YouTube. Trust me, that stuff will scare you. I've been doing this as a profession for 5 years now, and still I am scared. It's all about respect. Oh man. Okay. So, like I said, you want to oh. So you want to make sure that you have I lost my train of thought there. Oh. So you want to do this till the tire comes off, which we are off. Alright, let's see if our jack stand has enough clearance. Not quite. Not quite. And you want to be listening for noises as well. Okay? If you hear a crack or a creak, stop and take a look around. If you hear something pop, stuff like that. Okay, we should have enough clearance. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay, we're still on 3 tires, so we are A-okay. One more pump. And this jack needs oil. It needs oil. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Now, sometimes you'll have to get it really high, and you're going to want to adjust your jack stand right here. Okay? Alright? So, but in this case we don't have to. It's on all 4 points. If you're on dirt or gravel, recommend a slab of OSB to keep this from sinking in. Now, with these jacks, they like to drop down real good. I mean fast. So this is why you should always have your body frickin'. So you should have your body as far away from the vehicle as you can, which I am, thank God, thank the good Lord. Alright. Now this is going to be a little bit hard to break loose. You'll see how fast this wants to go down. Double check where your jack stand is, make sure it's going to hit that contact point. Here we go. Alright. You watching? I'm going to see. Okay. Alright, here we go. So, 1, and this part still scares me till to this day, guys. I mean, it's just, you know, it's one of those things. I want you guys to see all of this. I want you guys to see all of it. I think that's gonna be a little too much. Yeah, it's a little too much. Go home. Oh, someone's dog getting out. Okay. All right. So, you know what? I'm just gonna hold this. Okay. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, sometimes this screw is a little bit hard. Okay. Here we go. If you have the handle, it's much easier, but here we go. Okay, you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Okay. Just like that. Okay. If you are not clear, you can get hurt. Alright, now, what you want to do, for added safety measure, take your jack, screw the corkscrew back to its maximum. Okay. Go ahead. And just jack it until you got support. In the event that this were to fail or get kicked out for some off-the-wall reason, you have an extra safety measure. Okay, so yes, I know this is taking long, but this is with safety in mind, guys. All right, so now I'll get you back over here. Make sure you guys are positioned well. Yes, you are. All right, so lugs are 21 millimeter. Get my ratchet. Okay. And this is why, I'll show you why I turned the wheel. Okay. So So this is how to change brake pads and your brake rotors. You're going to take your lugs off. Okay. You're going to remove the tire. Okay. Sometimes they'll get stuck. What I recommend is having a rubber mallet. Hit it a couple times, you should be okay. Now, just another safety measure, what you can do, you take your tire and you move it under the car, right over here. You never know. And it's out of your way. Alright guys, so this is your brake rotor. Okay, this right here is your brake caliper. These right here are my thumbs at, is your brake pads. Okay, and this is your brake caliper bracket. So what you're going to do, and this is why I turned it this way, alright, you're going to take off this bolt, that bolt, okay, and then you're going to take off the caliper bracket bolts. There's one right here, and there is one right there, okay. So luckily for me, I have this amazing set of gear wrench long-handled ratchets that I won in a contest, and these were sent to me from Chip Ganassi Racing. These were actually used to tear down Kurt Busch's car and Kyle Larson's. I got the SAE set. Really nice 120 tooth flex head and close-in wrench here. Amazing. These things are amazing. So, but the actual sizes you will need for at least this truck or this car is for your caliper pins here, okay, is a 14 millimeter. All right, it's a 14 millimeter, and what helps is if you have a breaker bar, all right, which in my case I do. Where in the heck did I put it? Okay, it's right here. All right. Remember, guys, lefty loosey, righty tighty. All right. Always remember that. All right. So I got my 14. Sometimes these things are a pain. They've been on forever. So WD-40 or PB Blaster, it will help you. If that's not helping you, get an impact gun. You shouldn't need it for a brake caliper nut or bolt, but brake caliper bracket, yeah. At times I have had to do that. Alright. Go ahead and put your socket on. There we go. Okay. In this case, being on this side, you're going to be pushing up. Don't worry about the cracking or the creaking when you're biting a bolt loose. Okay. Alright, sometimes my ADD, I automatically I go up, and I didn't mess it up, alright, but if I kept on going, could have stripped out the bolt. Would have been bad. So it's going down in this case. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, guys. My ADD got in the way. Alright, so I broke that one loose. I want to go ahead and break this one loose. Alright, so that's all broken loose. Now, you'd think I can just take this off, and you're probably right, but that's not the right way to do it. Hence why this comes in handy. You're going to take your C-clamp, in this case mine's an 8-inch, alright, and you're going to put it right here. Now, if you're replacing the brake pads, you don't have to worry about cracking these ones, but if you're not, be very, very careful. In most cases, these C-clamps come with a hat. Unfortunately, I lost mine. So, you're going to just take this, okay, and you can just let it rest right here, not a problem, okay, and then you're just going to slowly, okay, I'll show you what it's doing. Okay. Alright. When you're pushing it, it's pushing the piston inside of this caliper away, making it easier for you to get the brake caliper off. Alright. That should be more than enough. So back that off. Hopefully I have enough battery to freaking pull the rest of this off. I need to get a better camera too. Alright, so go ahead and take this out. And finish taking off these bolts. Okay. So there's one. And there's two. There should always be two. If there is only one, you better go get that other one. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Now, okay, here we go. Okay. So, see? Take your brake caliper. You're gonna want to put it up here where the strut is. Okay. This right here is your strut. All right, just put it right there. I didn't bring it up. You take a piece of wire or rope and put it through here and hang it up on your strut, tie it off to prevent this from falling. All right, guys. Next up, oh, quick tip here. Okay, take your nuts, the ones that you just took off, which I got 1, 2, okay, and go ahead and just put them on the caliper bracket. That way you do not lose these. All right, so losing a bolt sucks. All right, next is these bolts right here. Okay, these two big suckers. All right, I believe they are 17 millimeter. So, there's my 18, there's 17. Got my 17 here. They are 17. All right, again, this is why you're gonna need a breaker bar. Also, if you want a little bit more leverage to make this easy on you, just get a pipe, put it on the end of the breaker bar. I do not recommend using your ratchet, although you can, but get a breaker bar. Alright, so here we go. This one is on. It is on there. Come on. Okay. Here we go. Just like that. See how a breaker bar makes that easy? Try to do it with the ratchet. I'll show you guys how painful it can be with the ratchet. Okay. Mine, I have plenty of ratchets. I just brought up my extendable, but I'm going to keep it standard. Alright. I'm going to put my socket on. Here we go. I mean, yeah, you can get it. You can. But it's a pain. Leverage helps. Okay. Hence my breaker bar. Okay. Or my long-handled wrenches would do this. I did it on the other side. Okay. So here you go. Look at that. That's why you get a breaker bar. Or you get a regular ratchet, not this, because this will snap. Okay. And a pipe. Long pipe. You'll take these off nice and easy. Okay. Let's go ahead and take these off. And the reason why I'm taking off the brake caliper is because I'm replacing the rotor. If you're not replacing the rotor, then all you got to do is take off the brake caliper, which was this guy, and pop off your brake pads. Okay. So, do the same thing that I just did. Take these, put them in the hole. That way you do not lose them. Alright, now, here's the thing, guys. Getting these off, they could be a pain. As you can see, you'd think I could just pull this off. these brakes have not been done in a long time. Alright? Heat is its #1 enemy. Now, I'm going to show you something, especially if this is your first brake job and you're trying to get this off. Okay? Do not let this CV axle nut fool you. Do not let it fool you. It looks like you have to take that off. You don't. You do not have to take that off. I promise you, it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. Alright? So, this is where a mallet comes in handy. Even though I am replacing these rotors, I'm doing this with the sake of mind that you guys wouldn't be. So, pick yourself up a mallet or a dead blow. You can get them anywhere. You're going to want to hit this pretty hard. Don't hit right here. Don't hit this metal piece right here. Okay? You're breaking this away from the hub assembly. So here we go. Alright? Because I don't have my hanger or rope, I'm going to hold this. Okay. Better yet, just put these on the caliper bracket. They're threaded. It was one of the bolts just went flying, and I could have lost that if it was really windy. Ah, gosh, damn it! All right, let me turn off the light. Maybe that'll help it. Okay. Okay. Hit it a couple times around here. Okay, and then hit it from the back. A little smoke you're seeing possibly, that's just dust. Sometimes what you can do, you can keep turning this, that'll help. You want to pull on it and keep hammering. This rubber mallet, you can hit this all day, it's not going to break. Come on. There we go. Takes a couple times. There's your brake rotor. Okay, this is your brake hub. This is your wheel hub. Now, time for the new one. Okay, now, do not be alarmed when you get your brake rotor, okay, that you see this film stuff, alright? That's just to keep this from getting rusty. Alright, so what you want to do, get a can of brake clean. These are usually pretty cheap. I get this stuff from Walmart, does the job, okay? You just want to clean it, gets all that dust off of it. I recommend do not be lighting a lighter or a cigarette when you're around brake clean, because that stuff is highly flammable. Oh, you just want to wipe that down. Okay. Alright, so now what you are going to do, you're going to take your new brake hub, you're going to put it on. Okay, went on much easier. Okay, then to keep this from wobbling back and forth, just take one of your lug nuts, put that right there. Voila. See, now it's not going to go anywhere. And again, just do it again because you just touched it. Hit it with the brake clean. This stuff is potent, so if you're sensitive to chemicals, I do not recommend that you're doing this unless you have a respirator. Okay, now it's time for the caliper bracket. Now, one thing you should always do, and every mechanic should do, and I have ran into this before, is use anti-seize. You can get it just about anywhere, guys. I had this jar for 4 years and I'm about a quarter full left. All right, so what you are going to do is these bolts right here, you're going to take some, you're going to put some on there on the threads. This makes it to where, as it says, anti-seize. Seizing bolts, and that's a whole different animal. All right, this stuff does get everywhere, so I recommend gloves or just wipe it on a rag like I do. Okay, don't goop it, just get it to where the threads are brown and you're okay. All right, this makes it easier to get the bolts off next time when you go to do this. Okay, do this for all the bolts. Okay, there's that one. I got 2 more left and I gotta wrap this up pretty quick. Okay, may have to finish the rest of this on my iPhone. Alright, there's this one. Like I said, I apologize for this being long, but I figured you guys should see how I jack up a vehicle. And because of safety. The more thorough you are, the better. Okay, so all my bolts are anti-seized. Okay, now time for your brake pads. Alright, they just pop out. Alright, now you got to make sure you get them in the right way. Don't want them backwards. You can get them backwards. In this event, I don't know why, but these did not come with the squealers. The squealers are right there. They're on the bracket itself, which is okay, I guess. But you want to go ahead and anti-seize the back side of these pads. And the battery is dying on this. Thank you, battery. So you're going to take this, okay, just put a little bit. Like I said, this stuff does get everywhere, guys. And just rub that on the back side of the pad, okay? All right. Go ahead and do that with the other one. Okay. So now, great reference point. What you want to do is never throw your old parts away, but see how this pad is? Okay, see that? How the big curved end is facing this way? That's what you want to do. Okay, so big curved end right there. Okay, just put these in. Hold on. You should also always go ahead and put just a little bit of anti-seize on the brake caliper hardware. Caliper bracket hardware. Okay, just a dot there, dot there, dot there, and a dot there. That's all you need. Okay, so here you go. Put this in. Voila. Okay, sometimes they can be a little bit of a pain. They want to slip and slide out, so it's a little bit of a tedious act. Okay, there you go. I got it in. Alright, and you take the other one. Same thing, guys. Same thing. Alright, see this? See how it's like that? By the way, I am not paid to put in these parts. These parts are from AutoZone and they are Duralast. No, this is not a sponsored video. Okay, I am not making anything. I'm just doing this for fun and to show people that they can do it too. Because there was one point in my life where I was just a DIY guy. Alright, now this one's being a little bit of a pain. So give me a second. Like I said, this anti-seize will get all over you, and trust me, if you have a girlfriend or whatever and all that, or a wife, yeah, you may want to wash your hands before you go inside. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, I think I got that one. I'm going to push that squealer in. There we go. Alright. So now, you're going to take your 2 big caliper bracket bolts. Okay. And then you're going to line this back up. So, line it back up. Oh, take your bolts out. Shoot. Now I'm going to have to do the rest of this with my iPhone. Great. There we go. Hopefully I can get the caliper on. Okay. Start one. Move the other up and down till you get it. Okay, there's that. Alright guys. Then you're going to take this. Okay. Sometimes you have to decompress it to get the caliper fully on there. What you're going to do. Hopefully the battery does not die on my camera. Okay everybody, so I left off with I got the caliper bracket on, and now the caliper won't go over because the pads are thicker than the originals. Okay, they were thinner, so hope that makes sense. But what you're gonna do, take an old brake pad, put it right here, and then take your C-clamp, get it positioned. Okay. Okay, and you do not want to go all the way with this. You just want to go enough to where you can get this on. Now see how I have that? Okay. Brake pad, caliper. Okay. I'm going to try holding this. I'm going to try tightening this. What you're doing is you're pushing this piston back. You don't want to push this all the way as far as you can go, because you can push it all the way out. I've seen it happen. No, personally, I have not done it. 2 or 3 times should be more than enough. In fact, make that just 2. Alright, that should be more than enough to get this on. Okay. Alright, so I'll take this. I don't know how well this is going to look, but I'm going to take this. There they are. Okay. You're going to put it on. Alright. Okay. So you're going to put it on. Alright. Right here. Then you're going to want to mess with it, get it aligned. Take your bolts. Put one in. I recommend you doing the top one first. Makes it easier. Gives you a little bit more control. Make sure you start the threads before you start the other one. Do not run this down until you have the other one started. Okay. Get the other one here. Okay. So there's that. Now, you're going to want to tighten these up. Okay, we're going to start with the caliper pin bolts. Okay. Just snug them up for now. Okay. And then what you're going to do, you're going to go to the car and you're going to pump the brakes. Alright. What I mean by that is you go into the car and you push on the brake pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You realize how you don't hear that air gap anymore? Okay. That's because we just filled the caliper back up with brake fluid. When you're depressing your caliper, you are pushing the brake fluid out of it. Okay? Alright. That should make that brake caliper tight. So, let's take a look. Make sure. Yeah, it's tight. It's tight. Now, you're going to want to do the same with the other bolts. Was it 21? It was not a 21. Dadgummit. 17. Okay, so get your ratchet. Wait a minute, that's 17. Okay, it's on the breaker bar. Okay, get your socket and ratchet and just snug it up. Okay. But that's not all. There we go. Okay. Okay, there you go. All right, so now we got them snugged up, and you think that's it. No, sir. What you want to do is you want to torque these to spec. You're stretching the bolt before its breaking point, basically, in a way, and it's just maximum security, I guess. And I do recommend doing it. It's what I do. Some people just do good and tight. That's cool. But all right, so for the small ones, the small guys, wow, I'm gonna have to get a new torque wrench soon. Can't blame it. It's been 4 years. I got this for $12 at Harbor Freight. So, all right, so torque wrench. Okay, how this works is, all right, we work in, can you focus? Can you focus? You dang phone. I need a new phone too. I need new everything, basically. I need a new light. All right. Hopefully that will work. We work in what's called foot-pounds. You jerkwad. Come on. Unless it's just so dang small, you just can't read it. That sucks. That sucks. Well, guys, I'm not going to be able to show you how to work a torque wrench today. I will have to do that in another video, but they are out there. It's very easy to work. The small bolts are 25 foot-pound. Okay, so there's that. Lock it in. It sounds hard, but it's really not. Put your socket on there. You're going to keep ratcheting until you hear the click. Okay? Do not go past that, because that means you have hit the amount. Okay. The big ones are rated at 76 foot-pounds. Okay, when you're doing anything higher than 40 foot-pound, start off with 40 and work your way up in increments. Okay, where is my long 17? I know I just had it. Being a mechanic with ADD, man, I swear it can get to you sometimes. I know there it is. It's in my lap. Go figure. Alright. Okay. Here we go. So this is set at 40 right now. That's 40. 40. Okay. So now take that up to 60. Anything over 40, you want to do in increments. If it's 45, you're okay, but if it's like 50, do 35 and then go to 50. Less stress on the bolt. Yes, I know I'm probably going to get some flack for that, but I've done it and it's helped me a lot. Okay, that's 60. Okay. Now time for 76. Oh, come on. Oh, don't. Come on, I'm right there too. There we go. And it does get tighter the more you go up in foot-pounds. So that's 75, 76. Okay. There we go, we got it. Okay, guys, so, all right, and then you know the rest. You just put your tire on, and you're gonna let this back off, okay? The last important thing that you want to do, excuse me, okay, is pop up. Oh, that was the trunk. That was stupid. Okay. Pop your hood. Okay. find your hood latch. Oh, what a cute little 1.5 4-cylinder. Everything's easy to get to, though. You kidding me? This thing did not come with the hood. I was about to say. Better come with came with the hood latch. Ah, man. Dadgummit. Alright. Always check your brake fluid reservoir. And this one is way back in there. Okay. But as you can see, I do have fluid in there. It's at the, actually it's at the max line, so I did not lose any brake fluid, but you want to make sure that this is at the bare minimum. Okay, make sure it's not dark in color. This is bright, I can see it. Sorry you can't. Alright, you remove this, put your fluid in, and always make sure you pump your brakes. Okay, it takes a while for them to get worked in. Also, torque your lug nut wheels, your lugs, or get them super tight. If you want to know the torque spec on what part for what bolt, just type it in on Google or go get the book from O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Amazon. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. The last thing you should do, of course, is do a test drive before you hit the highway. Take it around, get it up to about 10 or 15, and then brake real hard. Kyle, get out of his car. My sister's cat. All right. Yeah, so take it around, do the brakes, you know, brake check it really hard. Make sure all of them lock up and you're not hearing any squealing, clunking, whatever. Always double check your work. But I hope this video helps anybody who comes to this, and especially that you realize that you should take safety as your #1 concern. Never rush your job. And overall, just be safe. Use the right tools. Don't be stupid. Don't jack too fast. Always use a jack stand. Okay. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. So hope you guys have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you're going to be staying safe out there. You're not drinking or driving, texting, driving. So stay hydrated. Remember that I love you guys. And God bless.